So I was able to create this product here all by using print on demand and AI designs. And we definitely combine the power of personalization to start selling these products that we know will do extremely well this Christmas season. So in today's video, I'm gonna share with you how to utilize print on demand with Printify to start selling these custom mugs and how you can utilize some AI tools to really make your product stand out. I wanna share this all with you coming up next. So we're going to get started utilizing Purify to start selling our Etsy product, and they have a ton of products for you to select and sell. Just not the coffee mugs we're talking about in today's video, but they have over 1,000 print-on-demand products that really you can apply the same strategy of using AI and personalization to help make your products. Now you can get started with Printify absolutely for free. Again, you have access to all of the things we're going to talk about in today's video. It's going to help us create these type of products. But again, if you want to get started, you can select the free button here and get access to everything we're talking about in today's video. So again, I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and jump to Printify, and we're going to head over to the catalog here. And again, they have a lot of things for us to sell, but in today's video, we're going to jump over into their mugs. And they have a lot of mugs to really focus on, but what I found to work well with Etsy is just the basic ceramic mug here. You can go for the 11th ounce or the 15-ounce mugs, and you have an option here to sell both sizes. Both do extremely well on Etsy, so you can pick either one. For example, today we'll keep it for the 11-ounce mugs, but again, you can see there's a lot of opportunities for you to scale this beyond the mugs we're talking about in today's video, and the process is still the same. We can head over to the mug here, and we can see the price for this product as it is starting at $5.56, and we can see the shipping price as well. Again, we definitely want to make sure we price this above this total cost so we can earn a profit. And so that being said, everything is good here. We're going to go ahead and start designing. And before we even create our AI design and add in personalization, one of the things we definitely want to be mindful of is our canvas space in which we need to create our designs. And so I always like to go to the letter I just to get an understanding of the canvas space I need to have here. Now for this specific design today, we're just going to duplicate our AI design to be on the left and right side. But if you are creating a design that spans from the left and right side, you definitely want to be mindful of the printed area space here. Again, because we're going to upload the same design twice on the left and right side of our coffee mug, we're okay with skipping this part of the design. However, again, if you are creating a design from left to right, just be mindful in whatever design software you use to make sure you put in the right pixel count here. Now, one of the places that we're going to use to grab our AI design to actually finish up our product here is my Creative Prompt AI tool. This is my custom built tool I built for my Etsy community just to make it really easy for you to create top selling designs. And in today's design, we're going to utilize my new update, which is my Remix Studio, which is going to be very easy for us to use if you are struggling with creating designs with AI, because we're not necessarily going to put in a prompt, but we're going to use a reference image and even two reference images to create our design. And from there, we can create that to be personalized on a Printify side. And so when we are creating our designs, I like to think about people, professions, occasions, hobbies, and interests. These are great major niches to get into to find these macro niches that are selling well. So in our case today, because this is going to be geared towards the Christmas season, I like to focus on things that's obviously bringing in person, that's going to add in our personalization here. But then we want to go a step further and add in some type of profession that can be even more intriguing with our design. So with that being said, I like to head over to Etsy, and I'm not going to search up coffee mugs because I like to search sometimes outside of my product category to find design inspiration for me to create my particular product for my design. All right, so from here, we're definitely going to search up the teacher niche. And again, we're focusing on the category of t-shirts because we're definitely going to bridge in these designs over into our space here. And because we're utilizing this remix tool, again, we have the option to upload two reference images for us to create something drastically new. And so I like to head over here and find popular nows and best-selling products and look just not at one design, but look at two designs and utilize that again to create something drastically new. And so with that being said, here's the design that I found here. It just simply says teach. It is a best-selling product here, and we can see this nice floral design in the lettering here, which I think is fantastic, especially for the niche that we want to focus on. But again, I don't want to leave it there. I also want to combine that with a secondary image that I think can do extremely well. And here's a nice funny phrase here where it says teaching is my jam, and it's bringing in this nice little design here also a best-selling product. So we can use these two designs to remix them together and really create something drastically new from these two images. So with that being said, I want to copy this image here, head over to my Remix Studio tool, go ahead and paste it in here. And then I also want to take in that secondary image that we learned from this space here. I want to copy this as well, and I want to paste it in here. Now, again, with our prompt that we have, we don't want to copy someone's designs, but definitely utilize the text, the features, the style, the colors, the saying, the phrases, and bridge that into our own unique style that we're going to create. And you'll see how much of a difference we are able to get when we merge these two designs together. Now, with that being said, with this tool, I don't have to put in a specific prompt because there's already some pre-made prompts here that's going to be perfect to bridge these two things together. So I want to go ahead and click on t-shirt and PNG variation. Again, it's going to look at the images and create for us a new variation. I'll go ahead and click this here. And I want to select the background to be white, which is going to be perfect for us when we are trying to remove the background here. Gray is also good to do if you are struggling with removing the background in whatever software you want to use. In our case today, we'll keep it on the background color white. And from here, if I do want to add any additional things to the pre-made prompt, I can. Like I said, if I want this to be specifically focused on a teacher or a grade level for a teacher, or maybe bring this over to a mom t-shirt or a volleyball coach t-shirt, I can definitely utilize that additional space here to really focus the AI on creating that. So we utilize this to really pinpoint our variations that we select. Now, when we go down here, I definitely want to crop in the image because I want the design inspiration to simply come from the design, not the entire mock-up photo. So I want to highlight the area that I want the AI to use. So again, for that design and reference. And the same thing for our secondary image as well. Just utilize this space only for our design and reference. All right, so everything is done here. We're going to keep it 1-to-1 because again, we're going to move this over to our coffee mug, but just without anything being added to our variation. We'll just select this and we'll generate an image and we'll see what we can gather as a result. We can see that this design definitely merged the two things over. Again, we can see that it took the letters of this design here and added in a phrase here. And I think that came out really well here. But again, we definitely want to go a step further with these designs here to really make it specifically for a teacher and really have some similar styles. Now, when I added this image in here, this is the main image reference that it used to grab, obviously, the overall style, like the colors. But we really want to bring this layout, as I think this is a great layout to add, but we definitely want to add these type of text colors and text styles to that type of layout. And the cool thing about this is that all I have to do here to get a very different design, as you can see, this is what we had so far. If I do want to get a different design and really allow the second image to lead for the overall style of our design, the only thing I have to do here is grab the second image, move this from reference image 2 over into reference image 1. And now it's going to utilize this as the primary image to look at the reference, the style, the layout of the text, but also utilize some elements in text from this reference image 2. And I could even put in some further prompts just to let the AI know that we want this to stay within the teacher niche. We could add in a specific phrase if we want to, but we definitely want the text style from the second image to be merged over into the layout here. So I'm going to add in a simple prompt where I say use the same text styles as the second image. And I want to make this focus on a teacher with a funny phrase. So that is all we're going to add here along with the pre-made prompt that was in place. And so it's going to look at the first image and second image as the text style reference. And let's see, just by making these changes, what we're able to gather as a result. All right, so here is the result that we were able to get. And you can see that it definitely brought in that style that we gathered over from the first image here with the text and the flowers here. It also brought in this nice cartoon style in the center of our design. And even that type of stitching design as well for this space here. And I think all of that came out well. If everything is good here, we can download this, upscale this, remove the background, and add this to our design for Printify. Now that we have our design here, we can go ahead and remove the background and upscale the image all in one place. Now with our background removed and our design now upscale, this is now perfect for us to download and use on Etsy for our print on demand product. So we'll go ahead and download this. And now we have our digital file we can upload to Purify so we can finish our design for our coffee mug. So with that being said, we head back over into Printify here. We have our space that we're definitely going to upload this to the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Again, this is specifically for the design that we have. And we're going to add in that personalization right at the bottom to make this stand out even more. So I'll go ahead and drag and drop my design over here to Printify. All right, so now that we have uploaded our design here, we can go ahead and shrink this down a little bit because we definitely want to add in that personalization at the bottom of our design. I think that can do extremely well here. And we can head over to text just as a placeholder. And now we have our design in place. We're going to do the same thing we did here over to the right-hand side. So I'm simply going to copy this and have that lined up perfectly, and everything is done here. Now I can go ahead and put a placeholder name so that when I do get a personalization order, I know I can go ahead and change the names here. I can go ahead and shrink this down to size just so I know exactly how the personalization is going to be once we get an order. And again, whatever I did to the left hand side, I want to do to the right hand side as well. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this placeholder name and add that in here. And again, this was changed based upon the order that you get from Etsy. Everything is good here. That is just how easy it is to combine AI and print on demand to really create outstanding designs and add in personalization to make it stand out even more. If we do want to head over to preview and see how this looks, so once it is printed out, we can head over to preview here. And we can see exactly how that will look on the left hand side. And again, that came out extremely well. Definitely creating something drastically new based upon a best-selling products. And again, we did this design specifically for the left and right side to match. That is also a good strategy if you are having a tough time creating these coffee mugs. And as you can see here, we have the same thing done on the right-hand side of the coffee mug, which I think is a perfect style to create for the Christmas season. Now, again, when you do get an order, we're going to go ahead and change out the names to fit whatever we get. But again, you can see how easy that is to change the names to fit the customization of the order that you received. And if you are trying to find a mock-up to use that's a little bit better than what you find on Printify, just head over to Etsy and search up the particular mock-up that you want to focus on. And you can definitely find some great mock-ups to use, just like this coffee mug here, which again, this mock-up came out extremely well for the style that we have created. So there's a lot of opportunities to create these type of designs on Printify for Etsy and combine the power of print on demand and AI personalization to this product to sell extremely well. And if you want to see more things like this regarding selling AI and print on demand products, check out this next video here where I share with you another strategy you can use to start selling these type of products. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.